When I was younger, I used to think that I wasn't able to do the things that other people were doing. Maybe there was people that were good at football and I thought I couldn't be good at football. I thought that people, other kids my age had abilities that I couldn't adapt, had things or done things that I couldn't imagine myself doing. Although I wanted to, the thing was I just couldn't imagine myself doing it or having it or owning something that they had. At that time, when I was younger, I thought that certain people were selected or people were just born with abilities to do cool things. And although that can be the case with, I guess, like talent and all that, the more that I have like grown up within these past 5 years and just in general within the past decade, I have learned so much about what is actually possible, about how I actually can do the things that I want to do and how I can have things or own things or go to the places that other people are also going to. And I believe that is the thing, especially when we are younger. It's easy to feel like people are born different. It's easy to feel like we are not the lucky ones or the chosen ones. It's easy to feel all of those things. And I realized that by thinking like that doesn't actually get me anywhere. And I've came to the realization that the only thing that's limiting us is ourselves. And it is difficult. It can be difficult to get to that point because we are surrounded by people that also have not an ideal mindset, not an ideal perspective onto life. Maybe they also think that their goals aren't possible, that they think that they're not lucky, that they're not able to do things. And that's why I'm making this video, to let everyone know that even if you might not understand what I'm saying right now, I'm sure there will be a point in the future where you will understand what I'm saying. But the things that we want to do in this world, the things that we want to be, whether that is being a football player, whether that is doing the things that you might see other people doing because you thought it was cool. Maybe you're inspired by them. If you want to do those things, then you can do those things. Sure, it's easy to think that you're not capable of doing this, but I feel like the important thing is that even the people who you admire, who you look up to, they also once had those doubts as well. They also once thought the same things. And the great thing that I have realized is that I am not the only one. I'm not the only one, and you're not the only one that has experienced doubt, that gets doubt. The people who you look up to, they also get doubt. They also had that doubt at the beginning stages of their career. When the first time that I understood that, I was like, well, actually, maybe I'm just putting them on a pedestal instead of just seeing them as human. And I think that's what we can do sometimes, or most of the time. We can put these successful people on a pedestal as if they're better than us, as if they are luckier than us. But I don't believe that to be the case. I believe the truth, the reality, is that we are just like them. And one thing I say to myself is that, well, they must know something that I don't yet. And maybe when they were at my stage, maybe they didn't either. But what separated them to maybe people who gave up is, well, they never gave up. And at the same time, that is hard. Sometimes it feels like the only thing to do is to give up. Maybe because of how difficult things can be within our goals, especially if you've had a lot of failures, especially if maybe you're getting a lot of self-doubt. I personally get a lot of self-doubt as well. Maybe we've got other things to do. Maybe there's other things that might seem more important. All these things are normal, and this is what happens when we pick these goals. It doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. It totally is. But it just takes time. It takes a lot of things. Building skills. I know I say this a lot of the time, but I truly do feel like this is so true. that through time, everything just starts to get more clear. So I believe it is important to understand that most times, or sometimes, we can be the ones standing in the way. And I believe, even for me, when I understood that, it helped me understand and realize so much about myself and so much about the potential that I actually have. And another thing I would just like to say before I end this video is that we might not understand our potential yet, but by continuing, we get to understand our actual capabilities. Because as I have always said to myself and also in these videos, is that how do we know that we are capable of something if we haven't tried? Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this video could help you in any type of way. If you enjoyed this video and the message that I shared in this, then I would appreciate it if you could please like this video, subscribe down below, and if you know anyone that may benefit from watching this, then I would appreciate it if you could please share this video to them. Thank you so much, and I will see everyone in the next one.